brand new banger. You're jamming to the hottest disc jockey. Exclusive hot new mix. This DJ Let's go.
Hey, it's the 8th annual Dream Lunch with Art Vuolo and Steve Resnik, and look who's here, Hammy himself, Bob Hamilton.
Hello, hello.
Bob just started in, I guess, Philly, Wi-Fi, was it?
No, earlier than that.
Well, you go back to the Johnstown flood.
No, before that.
Before that? There was no radio. You were rubbing two sticks together.
63 I started.
Wow, that's a long time. What stations?
It was PCB in Levittown,
Right.
BUX in Doylestown, then I went to Wibbage in Philadelphia.
Wibbage. You weren't at
And
Wi-Fi,
then-
it was Wibbage then.
I was at Wibbage, then I went to WFIL as a boss jock.
Wow.
And then I went from there to Wi-Fi 92 in Philadelphia, and then from here to LA to San Francisco, San Francisco to Miami, Miami back to California.
Boy, that's amazing.
And many other stops in between.
You and the AAA. That's absolutely amazing.
My
Well,
road map is
Bob Hamilton did put K Earth 101 on the air. We're there for many, many years.
Yes, 11 years.
11 years, and the station is still coasting off of what he did. And this is really one of the best guys. And you know what? I'm kissing up to him because he has the best microphone collection of. I have 7 or 8 really nice RCA 77s, 44. You have everything.
Well, would you like to buy it?
Yes, I would. We'll be back buying something after this. Well, look, here's here the guy who used to go, Wink Martindale. Here he is, the Winker. 19, or was it maybe 20 television shows you've hosted?
21.
But who's counting?
Never could keep a job.
I love it. Oh, from Memphis, talking about radio and records and all that stuff. You were there when the Elvis first test pressing was played.
I am the only living person who was in the control room that night in July of 1954 when Sam Phillips walked in and gave Dewey Phillips, the DJ, to play on Red Hot and Blue. That's All Right, Mama.
And you were doing mornings at the time,
I was
but
mornings
happened to be there.
Happened to be there that night just by happenstance and by uppenstance, too, as a matter of fact. Brum-tsh.
And you had a long relationship with Elvis, friends?
Yeah, we were friends from that night until the day he died.
And then he marries a woman who once dated Elvis.
Yeah, we came to Elvis from entirely different directions. She met him through her dad's nightclubs in L.A. Right. And, of course, I was there the night he was discovered. So Sandy and I have been married. This will be our 42nd anniversary.
Oh, my
coming
God.
Up. 42 years.
And I said it wouldn't last.
No, well, the woman found a good thing, and she appreciated it.
Well, there you go. Wink and I have had so much fun, and I've even made a couple of bucks working with you. So
Absolutely.
That's
He's the best announcer in the business. No question about it.
So go out and wax my new car.
Yes.
Thank you, Wink.
Thank you, babe.
Well, look who's here. It's Shadoe Stevens.
There you are, one more time.
Once again, for the first time.
Sped up the world.
We were just at a Hollywood Squares anniversary party, and you were sitting dangerously close to Ruta Lee.
Dangerously close.
Yes,
And what a great night that was.
Oh, that really was
fun.
phenomenal. It was great. It was a lot of the old panelists and stuff, and the original director from the show.
And the original
Bob
director
Loudon and
and
TV.
replaying the show live in the living room. It was sensational.
It was fantastic.
I'm going to get those guys to come over and do that at my house, I think.
I'm there, which
It's
is perfect.
terrific.
That'll be great.
great.
See, wherever he goes, it's a party. So
It's a party.
That's
So,
why we're here.
Life knows no bounds.
And what a great radio story you told me earlier about KRLA and then going to K-Rock. We don't have the time to do it now because Art's limiting us, but
God,
that's
yes.
a teaser because at one point you're going to get to hear the KRLA story and this wild nonsense that went.
already.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
You're about to believe it. And we're
Really.
hearing you on Antenna TV now, right?
Antenna TV, yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And you don't look like you've been up all night.
No,
it's
well,
amazing how you
it's,
do that.
I just get a little shut-eye, and I'm ready to go again.
All right, so real quickly, how did the Fred-rated character come to be?
It was a complete fluke. I was there to renegotiate a radio contract, and they hated their television, and he hated it for 2 hours straight until he said, "Don't you understand? I want something simple and funny that makes people remember the name Federated." I said, "How about this? I'll do a Dan Aykroyd Bassomatic pitchman. At the end, I'll smash a television with a giant circus hammer and say, Federated smashes prices. Get it?" And he went, "That's fun.
Yeah.
Let's try it." I said, "If we try it, can you give me creative control? I never want to do the same thing twice." He goes, "Fine." So business went up 500% that weekend. It was great.
I love it. And he did so many different characterizations. It was hysterical. You must have had creative
1,100
freedom.
different. We did. It was
Yeah.
the same 6 guys that did all of them.
That's phenomenal. So if you ever lived in Southern California, you saw the Fred rated for Federated. You know what we're talking about. It was great.
Those prices all out.
It
Yeah.
was wonderful.
Yeah, Freddie, right there.
All right, we're going to run. Good to see you
Okay,
again, Shadow.
All right, thank you.
Take care, buddy. Look who's here. This is a gentleman that we're so happy because you had a little medical scare.
Well, no, not a
No,
scare.
you
not
weren't
at
scared at
No,
all.
of
The
course I
doctor was
wasn't.
scared.
The doctor was.
What does he know? Howard Lapitas.
Lapitas, right.
Lapitas. Okay,
Good to
thank you
see
very
you.
much. It's good. Now, Howard, you've managed a lot of great talent.
I think so. I would
Yeah.
hope so. From Dr. Drew. Over the years, Kimmel, Corolla, Carson Daly.
Just
that
a few
whole crowd,
names to drop there, yeah.
I dropped them, and then they dropped me, and that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It all
And it turns out that you and I have this mutual friend, Bert Dubrow, who we should probably get to come to one of these.
Sure.
He was the last guy to work with Buffalo Bob Smith.
That's true.
And Howdy Doody and all that. And you know him from the Dr. Drew shows.
Well, from way before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was he doing? Gossip.
Well, let's see. I know him from Sally Jesse Raphael.
There you go. That's
and,
right.
Jerry Springer.
Yes,
He found both of those people.
Wow.
And did quite a nice
So
job.
now you know who to blame.
That's right.
Yeah. Howard, thank you for being here again
My
this
pleasure.
year,
Good to see
year
you.
after year. Appreciate it, my friend.
Be well.
So people think that he wrote MASH. In actuality, what he was doing, he was picking out the wardrobe for Klinger.
Yeah, well, actually, I was wearing the wardrobe for Klinger. Yeah, I was modeling it. So, yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
So this is Ken Levine, by the way, who wrote so much under Larry Gelbart. I would have to say that he was the chief of the MASH writers.
Yeah, he was Mozart, and we were all Salieri. Yeah.
What a great show. That thing still goes on, and everybody wants to know, was that pre the residual deal?
No, I'm still getting residuals for that.
And that's how
Yeah.
you dress?
Yeah, and well, you know, when you get 52 cents a year,
Wow.
that's all you can
That's
afford.
all you can get. Now, the radio connect, and then you went on to Cheers.
I went on to Cheers, and to Frasier, and Simpsons,
Wow.
Becker, Everybody Loves Raymond. That sort
And
of
he's
thing.
writing original theatrical plays now, which is
That's right.
going
Yeah,
very well.
yeah. No, I had a play in Los Angeles that did very well called Going, Gone, and I'm going to start a podcast next year.
That's so modern.
Yeah. Well, you know, I figured, why not be a trailblazer? Why not get in on this before everyone jumps on the bandwagon?
Yeah, because all that Klinger cross-dressing, everybody's doing that now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's not new at all. And of course, everybody who loves radio knows you as Beaver Cleaver.
Yes. The
guy
seven
with the
people
worst-
who
yeah.
still remember me.
The worst voice disc jockey in all of radio.
Yeah. Well,
but
thanks
funny
very much.
Funny
Randy.
content.
I remember when you were fat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will be again if I keep coming to these. Ken Levine, one of our regulars every year.
Thank you very much.
buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
So everybody in radio and who's working in sitcoms knows Ken Levine. Yeah. This is Shotgun Tom Kelly.
You better believe it, baby.
I love when he does that. I just love it. And do you remember my phone number?
488-977-488-977-488. Come on.
Yeah, dial that right away. You'll be the third caller. You'll win.
You know, I do that. I go when anybody asks me for my phone number. You know, okay, and your name is, and then your phone number. It's 488-977. They go, what the hell is that? I'm in the elevator, and nobody talks in the elevator.
No.
And so I start going 488-977, and all of a sudden I get everybody's attention.
And they figure you're off your meds.
You know, you're talking. Yes,
Yeah.
and
Ken Levine. You have a Ken Levine story.
I do. Well, it's just a little thing that happened.
Well, he has a little thing, so that'll work perfectly.
His daughter, we created a monument to a radio station.
Yes, KCBQ in San Diego.
Right, that Ken and I used to work at, and all of our names are on there. So his daughter is pointing to Ken's name on the monument, etched in granite. And so anyway, Ken is so funny. He said, yeah, there were thousands of people there. My daughter was fighting the crowds to get through to the monument because they were all waiting in line for their burgers at In-N-Out Burger. I think I blew that. Come in here and tell me, what was the exact... I blew it.
I think I said something about how there were huge crowds, but they were all in line at In-N-Out.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, I know I screwed that up.
But it's really great. The monument is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice to have my name on a gravestone while I'm still alive.
And that's, by the way, that's who built the monument. I went to a gravestone.
Is that right?
Yeah, and
Because radio's dead.
what I wanted.
Exactly. It's how appropriate.
I wanted something to last a long time. Anyway, right now I'm working on
TV pilot.
Yeah, I heard that. You're doing more pilots than a Southwest stewardess.
Well, hey, man, I got to get a job,
yeah,
man.
you've had to figure in more pilots than an Air Force proctologist.
That's right. So anyway, we're hoping that Johnny K and I are working on this. Yeah. And we're hoping that we'll be able to do
We'll see you on the big tube.
Yes,
You
indeed.
better believe it, baby.
Baby, absolutely. It's great.
Yeah,
it's great seeing
it's
you.
always good to see you, Shots. Now, he has to run quickly. He has to go shine his star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, if you'll excuse me. Good night, everybody.
Hey, good night. Miami audience, the greatest audience in the world. This is a magic moment because this only happens once a year. The snake is molting.
Yes, once a year I actually get invited someplace, and today is
the day.
I am.
It's Freddy Snakeskin, by the way.
Beside myself.
Well, actually, I'm beside you right now.
Oh yeah, that's you.
That's me. Yeah.
Well,
It's
then
like a mirror.
Who am I?
You must be Snake. Yeah. If somebody's ringing the phone.
You want to get
Want to take the first caller? Yeah.
Two poodles walk into a bar, and caller number 12 wins.
There you go. So we talked about some studio work that you've done, and what else are you doing now? You did some of K-Rock, obviously.
Well, I'm looking for a job. You need any help?
No, I've tied my shoes myself today.
Oh.
But when you work, he works.
Yeah,
They just don't give you any RSEPTT. Reefa.
They don't give me no SALARY.
Oh, that's what you're looking for.
That's the problem.
Suck it to me,
yeah.
suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
Oh, that's.
You bring your own hecklers.
yeah,
This guy brings his own hecklers. Listen, it's molting season, and you're ruining the floor. So we'll see you later.
It's been a real delight.
Thank you.
And even if it weren't, I'd still say that.
Yes, it's Freddy Snakeskin. This is the guy who brought me to California. So if you're tired of looking at me, this is the guy to blame. Joey Reynolds.
I came here to bring you back
Oh my God.
to Poughkeepsie, where you belong, at Hyde Park.
That's where we first met, 1970s. Yes. My God. And you were you came to WFIF when we started to put ourselves on the air and we couldn't get a listener. And you came on and the phones rang. The competing stations, Chuck Martin at Waves called.
Well, I'll tell you, I actually began a little earlier than that.
Oh, I know. It goes way back.
I began at the Yalta Conference. I was under the blanket with Eleanor Roosevelt. Come on.
Well, come on, let's do it.
Why is everybody? This is. You know what they call this thing now?
What?
You had Wink Martindale. You had. Shadoe
It's a senior
Stevens.
citizens convention.
No, actually, this is the luncheon. It's actually a leftovers. All the radio leftovers.
That's us.
Ain't nobody left.
All right, so we have to do this. I know you've heard it so many times. When you nailed your shoes to the program director's door at WKBW, the sign you
No,
put.
it was a manager.
It was the manager? Thank you.
Who became the president of ABC.
By the name of?
Stupid move on my part. Jim Arcara
Oh,
should never have nailed my shoes to his door.
And what was the note that went with it? Because I've heard a couple
Fill
of.
these, you asshole.
You asshole wasn't something else. It was
He
you
wasn't
asshole.
an asshole. I was the asshole.
Well, hey, we found that out in many markets, didn't we? And of course, the first female mayor, I think, in the United States was.
Ann Usello.
And that was in Hartford, and you were suspended for saying.
Well, she was walking by the studio and ignoring me, so I said, she's a dumb broad.
And they suspended him, and everybody was listening when the 2 weeks or whatever it is was up.
1 month.
1 month, my God.
Came back on at 7 o'clock that night to do my regular show, and I said, she's still a dumb broad.
Boom, boom.
And that was how I got fired again.
And he keeps coming back like locust.
No, I've had 40 jobs.
He's back on television and radio and a triple cast. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it. KABC, and it originates most weeks from WABC in New York.
Why is it that Wink Martindale walks in and says, a brand new car when he sees you? Come on, let's turn this on you for a minute.
No. So,
are you still doing the Price is Right roadshow?
Yes, I am. I'm on the road doing that.
I wanted to get that in.
Thank you. Yes, we do. Come on down, then we get back on the bus, rock and roll tour bus, and go to the next city.
Well, now, Randy and I did a lot of original things. Can I look at the camera?
Please.
Randy,
don't look at me.
You're not supposed to look at the camera.
We're supposed to cheat. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm looking. There's a horse going by there, and I should see the horse's ass. And I was thinking of a lot of people on radio. But anyway, the thing is that I was thinking about you and and how when I was on KMPC, we had a comedy hour, which nobody really wanted to support. But we went out and recorded all over L.A. We went
It
to
was
Scientology.
You interviewed Dick Clark. We went to the zoo.
Dick Clark got mad at me
Yes.
because
Tell him what you did.
He had a watch with two faces on it.
He had East Coast time and West Coast time on the same
I
wristwatch.
accused him of being two-faced, and he didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
And he says, if that's the end of this interview.
Idiot stuff. That was it.
And then there was Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon, who was not too drunk. But, you know, we've done a lot of things. But anyway, the thing I want to say that you and I did together that was great, we put on our jogging pants, and we did a running gag. So what we did was we ran and told jokes.
It was a running gag.
So like this, I would like to say, you know.
Joey, did you hear about? Go ahead.
No, this hotel was so bad
Yeah, man.
that even the postcard has unmade beds. You know.
I checked into that hotel. I called down to the front desk. I said, I got a leak in the sink. And the guy said, go ahead.
See, Randy Thomas is looking at us saying, what the hell is this guy?
This was on the air. Yeah. All right, Joey, anything else you want to plug?
Yeah, Randy.
Okay,
I'd like to
bring
plug
her in. Now,
No, that's not right.
yeah, everybody wants to plug Randy. It's the dual Randy show.
What do you mean by that?
It's obscenities in your own mind. Now, I got to tell you, the first time I met you was with Tom Chauvin. Remember Tom? We all loved Tom Chauvin.
We loved Tom.
Yes.
Was this in San Francisco at like
probably one of those conventions?
A Bobby Poe or
yeah,
one of those
conferences.
conferences?
And he loved you not because everybody doesn't have a reason, but he had an extra special reason. He loved to say, this is the woman who says on those commercials,
Call 1-800-ABCDEFG. Get hooked on phonics.
so many people, as a result of that, were hooked on phonics. There's an entire wing at the Betty Ford Center for people now who are
I
hooked.
had to go through that several times. It
Yeah.
didn't work the first time.
I
but
know. You keep coming back and you get another letter. Randy has been doing so much great voice work. I mean, that's 30 years ago or whatever it is. You were 12 at the time.
Thank you.
Now we hear you on all the great awards shows because the producers and directors of those shows know when they go, cue and outs, that she'll be there with the goods.
Thank
First
you
time,
very
first
much.
take.
You know, I think the reason I booked the Oscars as the first woman in history is because when Gil Cates and Jeff Margolis said, when you go live to 1 billion people, how will you feel? And I said, you know what? I'm a radio girl. When the red light's on, I'm at the top of my game.
There you go.
And it didn't seem like that was a brilliant thing to say because it was the
It's
truth.
true.
And whether we had 50,000 people, you know, or 100,000 listening to us, it was all the same.
Right.
Because
It's
we're only
one person
talking
at
to
a time.
one person, right?
She knows her stuff.
So-
And that great book you wrote, too. Is that still
Voice
around?
for Hire: How to Launch and Maintain a Lucrative Career in Voiceover.
There you go.
And then I
And
started.
the lucrative career comes from you writing a book and selling it. Has nothing to do with voiceover.
No. You never make money writing a book. Did anyone
I
tell
know
you that?
Yes, I've done two, and I've learned it the hard
Yeah,
way.
you don't make money writing the book, but what it does is it builds your brand.
Yes, it does.
So if you're building your brand, you just have to keep creating content.
Yep.
And then eventually what's supposed to be will be. You know, I'm a big believer in that destiny can play a huge role in your life, but
Wow.
then
If you're open.
if you're open or whether you're not, it's going to have its way. But if you're more open to change, then I think you can
You're
embrace.
welcoming it, yes. Embrace it.
Yeah.
She's so smart. She says good things, and she says them so nicely.
Oh,
Randy
thank you, Randy.
Thomas.
And we never got to work together on the radio.
Isn't that terrible?
I
It's
know.
so sad.
But we'll always be the dueling Randys.
The dueling Randys. We're connected at the, well, it's out of frame, but it's a little lower than our faces. Thank you,
Yes.
dear.
Bye, love.
Bye.
Mwah.
This is a guy who knows everything about everybody who was ever pressed into vinyl. Well, it's Lou Simon, folks, from Sirius Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have the Great Oldies Show. Phone
Oldies
in.
Show.
It's a Sunday night thing?
Well, we do two shows. We do a live
Two.
phone-in show on Sunday nights. People get to ask questions or tell interesting trivia they've backed into, whatever, and talk about the music.
Right.
And then the other show is a kind of a countdown show.
And now, number 7.
And now number 7. And
Good,
now on
yeah.
with the countdown. I'm working on that. Yeah, where we play the top, where we do the special themes. This week it's the 100 biggest instrumentals.
Wow.
From 55 to 1955, 1974.
So that you will hear, let's see, Andre Castellanos and the Fellatio Strings. They're one of my favorites.
That's our opening theme.
Oh, good. Yes.
So, yeah. But people enjoy hearing the countdown. You know,
Well, I
people
love
like
hearing you
countdown
talk
shows.
about the oldies. It's just great because it seems that nobody, not that they're trying to stump you, but anything that anyone brings up, you have information on it.
Well,
so it seems.
We like to chit chat, and I learn something every week on that talk show.
It's good. It's good radio. It really is.
Thank you.
So that's Lou Simon, ladies and gentlemen. You were here in L.A. as a local act for a while, too.
I was
on
on
the
KKHR,
80s,
CBS owned Top 40 station.
Yeah, now they're out of the business. Huh?
They're out of the
Soon,
business, and that
very
building,
soon.
I think, is a Chinese takeout.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Well,
Transmission
it was.
exchange. Exactly. Thank you, Lou. Good to see you again.
All right, thanks.
So I don't remember. It's been hours. Did I have the glasses on or did I have the glasses off? I don't know. I had 3 beers worth of glasses or 3 glasses worth of beers ever since then. But listen, we didn't get a chance to speak with so many of the people who were here. Good God. It got bigger and bigger than last year, and you've seen that on YouTube already, I hope. If not, then, Art will link you up with it. But it's been another great year with great radio and record people. My goodness gracious, what a joy. And I'm honored, of course, to be the person who gets to goose all these people when they stand next to me. You only see it from here up, but I'm down here going, the lady! So let's bring the guys who brought this together, Mr. Art Vuolo and Mr. Steve Resnik.
Thank you very much, Randy. As always, this guy does a heck of a job. What are we going to do if he doesn't show up? We're in trouble.
Well, we can't do this anymore because we can't outdo ourselves anymore.
I know.
So we have to be the last one.
Well, this is the last one?
No,
This
it's not
is
the
it?
last one.
We're already talking about the menu for next year. You're going to do hot dogs and hamburgers. We're going to do picnic food, Anyway, so we had a ball. We had a lot of people here. We had a lot of great voice talents. John Leader was here, Randy Thomas,
right.
Shadoe Stevens. Anybody. Joey Reynolds was here, and Shotgun Tom.
Right.
I mean, my gosh, it was a stunning lineup. And anybody that missed it, if you missed it and you're watching this on YouTube now, why? Why didn't you come? Especially if you live in L.A. If you live anywhere in the Los Angeles area, it's just a short drive. I had to fly from Michigan.
It's because you didn't invite them.
I invited them all.
Oh, okay.
No, I invited them all. And a lot of people said they'd be here, that maybe something came up or whatever. Right. Make sure you're here next year because it's a great way to close out a year. And this is a year we really want to say goodbye to.
Right, exactly.
We lost
a few people this year, but remember that we had some of our other legends, here, Ronald Luxembourg. Yes. We had Don Kelly from Wolfman Jack and Don Imus, all that. We had Joey Reynolds, I think we mentioned him, and to have Wink again was fantastic.
Wink Martindale.
And Wink brought his
lovely wife, and he brought a surprise guest from the 60s.
It was nice to have a singer legend.
It was poetry,
Johnny Tillotson, Poetry in Motion, Without You.
A lot of great songs.
Right.
And you go in this bathroom and you're looking right there at a picture of Johnny Tillotson.
Which I'd totally forgotten about, but Sandy saw it from last year and showed it to him right away. Yeah.
I'm sitting on the toilet looking at your beautiful face.
Right.
Anyway, so I hope you all have a wonderful 2017. Hope we don't lose as many people, but we probably will. And next year, and I'm Art Vuolo. He is Steve Resnik.
Hi, and goodbye, and thank you.
We wish you a very...
And by the way, thank you, Don Whittemore.
And Don Whittemore, who set up an entire ice cream bar out front. We couldn't believe it. You're seeing some of the pictures now. Yeah. This is what it looked like. It was unbelievable. Happy New Year. God bless you all.
And I want to say thank you to Oni and Lisa Marie for taking good care of the house while we were all busy.
Thank you. God bless. Bye, everybody.